This review is written by David Harvey. Check out the description and follow him on Twitter. Stardew Valley is one of the most frustrating games that I've ever played on the Vita. It is at times brilliant, reveling in its simplicity, but it's not a game for casual players. To really unlock the depths of this game requires serious commitment. The game does its best to pull you in, but the lack of any signposts, any guidance, any help will act as a block to the casual gamer. The game begins with the character creator. It could be me, but it does not feel like this part of the game was designed for the Vita, or any system that uses a D-pad. You answer some questions, pick a dog or cat, choose your clothes and choose your hair. I stuck with the default options for appearance because the other options felt wrong. The story then begins with your character inheriting your grandfather's farm and being able to escape the rat race. No more 9 to 5. Well, that's not strictly true. The 9 to 5 monotony of the office is replaced with what will become the crushing tedium of having to water your crops. But let's not jump too far ahead. You arrive at the farm met by the lovable mayor, who is doing his best to keep the forces of capitalism at bay. From there you're given a packet of seeds, some tools and a pat on your back. And this was my biggest problem with the game. I spent hours investing in my farm, but I had no idea if I was doing it properly. No hints are offered, no clues given to whether I'm doing the right thing. The worst moment I experienced in the game was the first time it went from spring to summer. On the last day I did the usual. I harvested, I watered and I planted. I milled around the town trying in vain to have a conversation with my neighbours. I went to the pub and then I went to bed. I woke in the morning and everything had died. I had no crops, nothing. There are also mini-games within Stardew Valley. These will appeal at first, but I found the sense of tedium kept creeping back. You are taught to fish early on in the game, only the tutorial is no example of what fishing is actually like. It's possible to spend minutes trying to catch a fish through strategic button mashing, only for it to make an erratic move and get away. No rhyme, no reason, just Stardew Valley. The caves near to your farm are another chance to explore, but after the 4th visit you realise the only reason for doing this is to get the minerals and rocks in there. There are better rewards the further you go down, but I could not be bothered to slog through it, particularly because the combat system is exactly what you would expect from a farm simulator. Garbage. Another key part of Stardew Valley, allegedly, is building relationships with the people of the town. You're told when people's birthdays are, you can talk to them in different locales and try to find out what they like. Only conversations are horribly limited. It's possible with perseverance you can unlock a deep relationship system, but I couldn't. I hit brick wall after brick wall. This was thrown in my face at the summer dance, when no one in the village would dance with me. Probably it was my fault. I had spent most of my time watering my crops. These are, for me, typical of Stardew Valley. You want to love it, to build a farm and see it thrive, to accept that watering the crops, that learning to strategically plant items, to explore caves and make discoveries. But it kicks you in the teeth when you least expect it. Visually, the game is charming. The retro feel is apt for a game that's built on a sense of nostalgia for a long time past. The different sections of Stardew Valley all have a unique feel. The caves are dark and hint at something dangerous. The hypermarket on the edge of town is sterile and imposing. The beach and the sea stand out, although this could be because I long to jump in the water and just swim away. The music is what you'd expect. It's pleasant, fading into the background to the point that you might as well turn it off. I did. I listened to anything else. There's no dialogue, only on-screen text. For the most part these can be skipped, but there are cutscenes that you have to watch to push the game on. I wanted to love Stardew Valley. There's an incredibly deep game in there, and when it goes right it's incredibly rewarding. The first time you sell a priced crop, magic. But the game seemingly goes out of its way to stop you finding it. There's no feedback, there's no real sense of reward when you do something. I wanted to love Stardew Valley, but after playing it, I'm at best indifferent to its charms. So guys, what did you think of Stardew Valley? I actually agree with David. I played it for about an hour and I just didn't enjoy it. Leave a comment below and as always, thanks for watching.